Ladies and gentlemen, first to make his way to the ring, STRIFE, who has recently been involved in a rivalry against his previous longtime tag partner Sam King, is not cleared to compete on the VWA main roster, but he has demanded the opportunity to qualify for the Big Bank Brawl. I spoke with our anonymous general manager. They decided to clear this match, and so we give JJ the opportunity to claim singles gold in his most decorated career. And his opponent, the Fiend, who is no stranger to title opportunities. He faced John Medic Bigson several times in his reign to try and capture the men's VWA Academy Championship. Apologies. However, was unsuccessful. His partner, Assassina, the other half of Hellsent, was able to qualify in the opening of tonight's show. Perhaps the Fiend will follow suit, and we may finally see Hellsent lathered in gold. Ladies and gentlemen, STRIFE versus the Fiend is set for one fall, and the Fiend opens up with a flying forearm and a belly-to-belly suplex right to STRIFE. The Fiend is hungry. He has been looking for singles gold for a very long time now. Ever since the inception of the VWA Academy, Stephen O'Hara has had several #1 contenderships. This could be his opportunity to finally achieve his dream of being a singles champion. And it goes without saying, he has absolutely dominated JJ in the early stages of this match, and now is absolutely soaking in the adoration from our VWA Academy attendants, not allowing JJ any time to rest whatsoever. Planting that ankle right into the mat. JJ with a kick to the gut might finally be looking to get a bit of control. Locking in the submission, maybe trying to knock out Steven, but he doesn't seem to be able to fully lock it in. The Fiend able to break out of it. Now it's JJ on his shoulders. STRIFE has the advantage and the experience of a long career, but I don't think there's anyone as hungry as the Fiend, who is out choking out STRIFE in the corner. Does need to break before a count of 5. Going for the cover. Will that be enough to send him through the Big Bang Brawl? STRIFE able to kick out. I do believe STRIFE is bleeding as well. Yeah, you can see the cut on his forehead there. Not the first time STRIFE has bled inside a squared circle. I doubt it will be the last either. I had a few words with STRIFE in the locker room a few days ago, as you see that adrenaline and that rage building up in his eyes with the Fiend in the corner. JJ thinks he has been disrespected in not being featured more in the Academy. He is a world-class talent, his words not mine, and deserves a bigger spotlight on this stage. Someone who's not medically cleared to compete as far as Yaz is concerned. But our anonymous general manager has decided that tonight, Strife will be offered the opportunity, and if his body can take the punishment of a ladder match, then he will not be denied. Beautiful butterfly, some rolling cutter, I believe, going for the cover. The Fiend able to kick out at 2. And the crowd in attendance tonight chanting, "They're not worthy," spinning Uranagi. Dragging up O'Hara by the hair to another. And now working on that leg, locking it in, and now just a flurry of blows right to that knee. We'll notice that Assassina did not accompany the Fiend out here. Is in the back recovering after their match. But this is not the first time the Fiend has had to fight on his own. And these two trade blows in the middle of our ring. Back and forth they go. The Fiend able to block where need be, but so can JJ. Experience versus Adrenaline. Big drop kick. And the Fiend may have control. Soaking in the cheers and boos from the crowd as this match continues. And now he's looking for it. $1 million stunner from the Fiend. Going for the cover. Is that going to be what it takes? No. The vet able to kick out at 2. Against one of the most devastating stunners in professional wrestling. And now the Fiend locking into the corner. Going for a Superman punch, but JJ able to sidestep it. Answers back with a body slam. Goes for the cover. Kick out at 1 from the Fiend. JJ perhaps trying to use the shock and surprise from sidestepping the Superman punch to his advantage to get a bit of a cheap pin on the Fiend. But he will not allow for that, as the Fiend now retreats to the apron. Does not want to be caught off guard by the veteran. JJ joining him on the apron, and now these two brawling for a little bit. Both make their way back into the ring with the Fiend coming out on top here. Big elbow, floor Strife. And JJ's been in a bad way. He's looking for it again. A second $1 million stunner. Going for the cover. Steph there for the count. Is the Fiend going to Big Bang Brawl? Yes, he is. Both members of Hellset tonight have qualified for their respective ladder matches. Congratulations to the Fiend. Amazing, amazing showing. Very well done from you. Go over to the back. Celebrate with your wife. Very deserved. But there is another #1 contendership match, ladies and gentlemen. Yumizero representing the Revolution. It's going to go 1-on-1 with Alexander Angel representing the School of Smith. Last week, School of Smith had a title opportunity against Glitter and Goth. However, Goliath, I believe with a vision of pure red and rage in his heart, preferred to assault Damien outside the ring, resulting in a count of 10 and the champions retaining in a double count-out situation. Our anonymous general manager decided that actions have consequences, and now Alexander Angel, who was not out at ringside with the rest of the School of Smith, must compete in a #1 contender single match against Yumizero for another title opportunity. Apologies. That will be taking place next week. Yumizero versus Alexander Angel. That is up next.